Right now, this morning, President Trump's massive new tariffs kick in. What this means for your wallet as China faces a staggering 104% rate. And several UW-Madison students suddenly forced to leave the country. Why the Trump administration revoked their visas and how their peers are responding.
Not as cold, but we're on the cool side today with a little bit of rain and snow. We'll talk about that in just a moment.
This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Alexandra Carter.
And I'm Mark Jarrett.
Thank you for joining us on this, let's see, what is the date today? Wednesday, April 9th. So. Yeah. You nailed it. Okay. What can we expect? It's a little chilly.
Yes, it is. But you know what?
It's getting better.
It'll get better gradually. Just, what did that guy say? Just be patient. It's on its way. We'll get into it as we go right into it. Here are cool conditions today, and then we get into that rain and snow. Temperatures right now in the 30s, and eventually we'll get into the 40s as we go into your mid-morning hours, and then the possibility of some 40s and 50s rolling in the forecast, not out of the question. So we're going to get to near seasonal average. A little light rainfall and snow. Snow first, kind of moving through the area up to the north by Rhinelander, getting through areas by Eau Claire. We'll check to see if it's hitting the ground or not, but right now it doesn't look too promising. We're holding on to some rainfall that's headed our way as we get into the noon hour, so prepare yourself for maybe a little light rainfall working from the north all the way back down to the south along I-90 as well as I-94 potentially. We'll get right back into it. You see not much happening over in the areas by La Crosse right now, but we'll take a zoom out and show you what's happening across the United States with drier air mostly down to the south, and then you've got high pressure building as well. That area of low pressure that's right there is kind of working its way into our region as we go into the noon hour. That's going to bring a little bit of light rain and potential snow into our forecast. As you can see by the noon hour right here into the forecast. When I come back, I'll give you a better look to how this all shapes up for your day. So please stick around.
This morning, American shoppers are bracing for economic impact as President Trump's reciprocal tariffs went into effect on goods from almost every country. For good from China, the tariff is now 104%. CBS's Jared Hill has the latest.
We're making deals, and people are paying tariffs.
President Trump championed his new dose of so-called tariff medicine as he says countries are flocking to negotiate with the new reciprocal tariffs hitting overnight.
They're giving us everything. The
president says leaders from Japan and South Korea are headed to the U.S. to negotiate. Vietnam and Zimbabwe have said they would scrap tariffs on U.S. products. The EU has said it'll eliminate tariffs on industrial goods and cars if the U.S. does the same. And no progress with a defiant China. Instead, a 104% tariff after Beijing refused to drop its 34% tariff on U.S. goods, likely meaning more expensive electronics and clothing. Imported produce largely spared, most coming from Canada and Mexico, which have been exempted. But food industry experts warn some prices may rise quickly for some perishable staples like bananas.
Fresh products, because you can't build up inventories and there's a limited lifespan, you will feel that quickly, maybe as soon as a week or 10 days.
On Capitol Hill, some Republican senators challenged the White House's strategy during a hearing with the U.S. Trade Representative.
I'm just trying to figure out whose throat I get to choke if it's wrong, and who I put up on a platform and thank them for the novel approach that was successful if they're right.
As financial markets continue their roller coaster.
It's still early innings in seeing what the final shape of tariff policy for the United States is going to be.
And locally, car dealers and customers navigating their way around the president's tariffs. So is now a good time to buy a car? News 8's Grace Monk with that answer.
Prices are expected to increase in the coming months as car dealers sell their current stock.
Anything that's already in port now, they can't really manipulate the price, but anything that's in the process of being built, I'm sure there could be, but GM is not telling us what it's going to be.
Local dealerships say they've seen an uptick in purchases as people try to beat the high prices. The 25% tariff will impact new cars, which could limit availability. This could lead to the cost of used cars increasing as well.
If you're in the market, if you're going to be in the market this year, I would strongly encourage you to take a look now, because we know what the prices of new and used vehicles are today. We don't know what they're going to be tomorrow and if they're going to go up.
The White House says the goal is to bring manufacturing back to the U.S., but experts are saying this could take years.
You're talking about manufacturing plants, assembly lines. They'll take money, huge amounts of investment and time. It might take 2-3 years before you can even build a plant to do the entire work in the United States.
The cost of cars made in America could also rise due to a tariff on parts.
We have no car that is 100% produced in the United States that we don't have any parts that is imported. Almost any car that you can buy is partly imported, even if major value of it comes within the United States.
In La Crosse, Grace Monk, News 8 Now this morning.
Thrift stores are also seeing a boom as shoppers seek refuge from rising prices and tariffs. Clothing is among the items hit hardest by President Trump's new tariffs. Consumers are increasingly turning to secondhand shops as affordable alternatives. Thrift store managers say they're working to keep prices low, but they admit it's becoming increasingly challenging.
Something that we've really been focusing on is trying to make sure that we are able to keep stuff as reasonably priced as possible, even with everything happening, just to make sure that people aren't getting priced out of necessity.
A new analysis shows consumer prices are up 23.3% since February 2020, and that is not accounting for any of Trump's new tariffs. New this morning, several UW-Madison students and alumni are being forced to leave the country after having their visas terminated. The university says the Trump administration has revoked visas for 13 people without warning. Secretary of State Marco Rubio recently called affected students lunatics who came to vandalize universities. UW international students pay about $15,000 more in tuition each semester than Wisconsin residents. A campus rally is planned for April 17th in response. Testimony will resume today in the Donald Dahlberg murder trial. He's charged with killing 57-year-old Floyd Burdick in January. Yesterday, a detective testified about evidence found at the crime scene, including a burned car and a firearm. Dahlberg faces multiple charges, including homicide and arson. Court proceedings are set for 8:30. A teen shooting suspect will face trial despite his lawyer's efforts to have the case thrown out. 19-year-old Jason Moran's attorney asking the judge to dismiss all charges yesterday, but the judge rejected that. Moran and 2 juveniles are connected to the shooting on Logan Street that left 1 person injured. The victim survived with non-life-threatening injuries. A Monroe County official is now facing legal troubles after a family dispute allegedly turned physical. Police took emergency management coordinator Jared Tessman into custody April 2nd. News 8 obtained the arrest report and police body cam video of the incident, revealing the dispute began over a paint roller allegedly damaging Tessman's truck. Family members claim he grabbed a relative by the shirt. Police arrested him for domestic disorderly conduct and referred his wife on the same charge. No formal charges have been filed. ICE agents make 2 arrests inside the Milwaukee County Courthouse. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement detained 24-year-old Marco Cruz Garcia on March 20th. The agency says he's a known gang member who was ordered to return to Mexico in 2020. Days later, on April 3rd, agents arrested 27-year-old Nicaraguan citizen Edwin Bustamante Sierra. ICE reports he was convicted of reckless driving and faces several other charges. The man who led Wisconsin's controversial 2020 election probe is now losing his right to practice law. Former Supreme Court Justice Michael Gableman has agreed to surrender his law license for 3 years. He faces accusations of ethical violations during his work for Republican lawmakers. Some GOP Wisconsin lawmakers are targeting food stamps. They want to keep people from using SNAP benefits from buying sugary drinks and candy. The U.S. Department of Agriculture says soda is one of the most common purchases by SNAP users. Supporters of the bill believe the change would promote healthier eating. Governor Tony Evers is on a trade mission in Europe. Secretary of the Wisconsin Economic Development Corporation, Missy Hughes, is also traveling with Evers. They're meeting with officials in Germany and France. One of the goals is to find new international investment opportunities inside Wisconsin. Kentucky families are trapped by historic flooding as rivers keep rising. The Kentucky River reaching its 2nd highest level ever recorded. Water levels nearly matched the historic flood of 1978.
And the biggest concern that we have right now are cars driving through water, are people going around barricades. We need people to wait this out In many places, we've seen the rivers crest and the flooding will be going down.
The governor also says close to 150 people have been rescued since the storm started. Your daily commute on US 12 could be changing if you travel through Tomah. The DOT wants to know how you feel about it. You can share your thoughts at tonight's public meeting starting at 5 p.m. at the Tomah Municipal Center. Wisconsin transportation officials are proposing converting the 4-lane highway into a 3-lane design with a center turn lane. And another travel alert for Trumbull County drivers. Expect delays in Blair today. Lane closures are happening on Highway 95 near South Peterson Avenue. Crews are repairing a water main between 9 and 3. The time now is 6:08. Still ahead, UPS is closing its Holman facility. Almost half of companies use AI to review resumes, and we'll have a look ahead at predicted Easter spending. Could AI help you save money at the grocery store? We'll take a look. And now we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. An ancient animal's DNA has helped it return from extinction. These 3 dire wolves named Romulus, Remus, and Khaleesi were born in October. Scientists using DNA from ancient remains to recreate the creatures made famous by Game of Thrones. Until now, dire wolves had been extinct for more than 12,000 years. And as you start to wake up, leaving you with a quick wake-up call with the Friends and Felines Rescue Center's Cat Cabana camera. This one is out of Ohio. Oh, there you can see a couple of them here. They're kind of hiding from our cameras this morning, we're thinking. But you see a couple here kind of just chilling and relaxing on this morning. Stay with us. We're back right after the break.
Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality, local meat. Stock up with our spring meat bundle, which includes drummies, ground beef, chicken, steaks, brats, ribs, and pork chops. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
I love horses.
This is good family fun entertainment.
Midwest Horse Fair is the best thing.
We're back, and better than ever. America's largest 3-day horse fair is coming to Madison, April 11th through the 13th.
I like seeing everything, and there's so much going on throughout the 3 days.
The Midwest Horse Fair is the mecca of all the horse people in the Midwest. There's shopping, there's food.
There's something for everyone during the Midwest Horse Fair, April 11th through the 13th.
Right now, you're busy taking care of the people you love. Let Window World take care of the place you live. Window World, America's exterior remodeler. Improving homes, changing lives.
We are all here to support one another.
Hi, I'm Greg.
Hi, Greg.
I bought our vacuum at a box store. I was shopping for groceries and I came out with a vacuum.
I did the same. I was shopping for clothes.
Candles.
Kitty litter.
Hey group, we're not here to judge. We all made the same mistake before deciding to go to A1 Vacuum to make the right purchase. I'm sorry.
A1
Kitty litter.
Our business is picking up.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was amazed to see Bear up and running again so soon. They really took good care of him.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
I'm Mark Schiller, CEO of Prana Sleep. Our family-owned company has been crafting mattresses for over 20 years and are proud to partner exclusively with Home Furniture. We've created state-of-the-art factories staffed with talented craftspeople, incorporating exquisite materials to create ultra-luxurious mattresses. Let us create one for you. Prana Sleep, exclusively at Home Furniture.
Where's the best place for local fresh quality meat? The Holman Locker and Meat Market, of course. Now's the time to order your whole or half double smoked ham, prime rib, or smoked salmon for Easter. Don't forget the wine and cheese. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
Well, welcome back and good morning to you. The local temperatures holding on to mostly 30s wrapped around the area here currently. We'll also find out as we get into it, the winds are fairly light. We're seeing them about 6 to about 12 miles per hour right now. We'll get into how this all plays out going into the possibility of a little bit of light rain and snow in the forecast. But you're looking at on Alaska, nothing happening here locally. We'll also see as we go deeper into areas up to the north, we'll hold on to Millston, I believe. We're going to be picking that up soon. If it does show up, sometimes it does, sometimes it does. There it is, looking pretty good on the roadways for you thus far. Feels like 30 degrees as well as holding on to 30-degree temperatures. La Crosse, you're showing some cloudiness, holding on to partly to mostly cloudy skies getting into through the morning hours. By 10 o'clock, we're looking at cloudier skies because we have a system cutting in. That's going to usher in some more rainfall potential as we go through your afternoon. That continues on all the way into the 4 o'clock hour before it breaks down going to the 5 o'clock. So your evening commute should be pretty dry. We'll go to Eau Claire. We'll do the same thing for you. Increasing clouds getting at 30s, 40s in the forecast. You've got just a few sprinkles coming into the forecast for you today, about a 40% chance, tapering down by the 3 o'clock hour. So the kids could need that umbrella as they finish out the day. In fact, La Crosse, you're looking at the forecast dry for the afternoon, or the morning. But by the afternoon, you have a little bit of light rainfall potential headed your way. Off to school for folks over in Eau Claire, you could see maybe a little snow to finish out the morning, and then getting into the afternoon, you could see some of that coming back as well. The highs for today, you're looking at mostly 50s here. We're looking at the low 50s, some upper 40s in that as well. Some middle 50s possible as we finish out the area for today, then getting into those cool conditions. The rainfall, as I mentioned before, pretty much comes right in as we go into the noon hour. It's up from Eau Claire, the Twin Cities along on 94, getting back down on 90. And as we finish out for your forecast, you'll see how this continues to track out later by about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock going eastward in the forecast. And it is light rainfall. More about that coming up for you in a moment.
Tariffs and inflation are top of mind for many Americans these days. It has some of us looking for new ways to save. Abby Dodge spoke with an expert to find out how shoppers can leverage AI to save at the checkout.
Some shoppers have a system.
I'm pretty old school and I like to write down my ingredients.
Others let the items speak to them.
So I just kind of like go with what I ran out of and buy other things that I don't need.
But for busy parents, a trip to the grocery store can be a daunting task.
Super expensive, yes, and the prices just keep going up.
Laura White is a mom of 2 boys that eat a lot of food. She says she's at the store almost every other day, but she isn't looking to AI as an assistant quite yet.
Like, not scared of technology, but like scared of AI a little bit. Like, just I haven't gotten there yet. I'm not that comfortable yet.
KC AI Club founder Chris Kovac is aware of the hesitations that come with AI.
Be open-minded, be curious, don't be scared. It's simply a tool that will help our lives.
There are a few ways AI can help in the kitchen. You can ask the program to track your grocery budget, suggest affordable substitutions, or create a recipe with your leftovers. I hopped on the Perplexity program to see what AI suggested I do with the leftover arugula and chicken in my fridge. I told the program I wanted to keep costs low, like many Americans. It suggested a wrap, so I went shopping for tomatoes, cheese, and tortillas. Pretty cost-effective suggestions. You can use AI as a tool to hunt for deals and coupons, too.
Please give me the top Mexican restaurants.
Kovac says the more you use it, the better the results.
So we'll start to become smarter about what we like, what we don't like, what our budget parameters are, and it'll become more tailored to us as individuals.
Have you scanned your frequent shopper card? Some Kansas City shoppers say they're open to using AI when shopping because of the current economic climate.
I definitely think that we'll have to get a little bit more resourceful with what's in our fridge or what's in our pantry, and I think we also might need to be more targeted when we go to the grocery store.
With a potential helping hand from AI.
UPS is closing its Holman facility. 42 people will lose their jobs. UPS says it's hoping to move those affected to other positions. The facility is set to close on June 10th. Companies are increasingly using AI to sort through applicants before they reach a human recruiter. Nearly half of hiring managers report using AI to screen resumes and applications. An HR advisory firm says new AI tools can understand the content of a resume, meaning they can help spot candidates even if their resumes don't mention certain keywords. Easter is next weekend. Retail analysts say consumers are hopping to it when it comes to holiday spending. A new report shows consumer spending for Easter expected to rise about 5% this year to an estimated $23.6 billion. At the top of the shopping list, candy, food, and gifts, with consumers expected to spend more than $3 billion on candy alone. That's a look at your consumer news. We'll send it over to Art now. He's got a look at our forecast.
Okay, and away we go with that, holding on to temperatures that are going to be pretty much in the cool today. We're holding on to this rain and snow kind of moving into the forecast here for you up to the north. Rhinelanders getting some of that. Eau Claire, we already showed you the roadways, not looking too good as you get towards Millston, but you're looking at the Twin Cities. They've got some light rainfall kind of brushing their way as well. The next big batch comes in around the noon hour, but for now, highs for today, we're looking at those 50s. We'll just call it upper 40s to around the low 50s for you today. So we're going to be below seasonal average as we carry over all the way into it. You've got some light rainfall and a little bit of snow trying to work across the northern tier of the area up along I-94 northward. Light to moderate rainfall, though, as we get into the 11 o'clock hour, starts to stretch across the Mississippi, bringing us the potential for rain and snow cutting in from the noon hour, the 11 o'clock hour this morning, all the way into at least the 4 o'clock hour, turning to rain and snow. Sparta, you're in that. Vokefield, Black River Falls, La Crosse, definitely, Winona, and of course, folks up by Trempealeau may get a little brush of that as well. We take a break all the way back into the midnight hour for tonight, so we're dry through your evening commute. Light rainfall comes back again as we cross the midnight hour, carrying over that drier air and the area of low pressure associated with this as well, cutting through the area and bringing that system. You can see it kind of curling around. That's the area of low pressure right on top of us. You've got the rain and snow mix as well. You've got some light rain and moderate rain associated with that as well, getting wrapped around and then taken right back down to the south as we go to Prairie du Chien and Boscobel. Richland, you guys are in that as well with a little bit of snow. We look to the north, coming back again with a little touch coming back by Ladysmith. Rainfall, maybe a trace up to about a half an inch of rain in your forecast. Then we get into the snow, well, a lot less. We're going to see maybe most of that's tracking to the east. Everybody else, you're maybe getting a trace, if any, trying to hit the ground. Highs for Thursday. Tomorrow we're looking at 49 to about, say, 54. So we're getting to those upper 40s to the middle 50s in your forecast. Gradually will get you back warmer as we go into Friday. But for now, there's that snow. You can see a half an inch all the way to maybe a couple of inches, maybe 4 possibly out of the region. We'll get into it again. One more view. If you can see that rainfall coming in for this morning and the afternoon, and then cutting out as you go eastward out of the area. So we'll dry ourselves out going into the evening commute. We come back again at midnight. You're looking at that rain coming back again overnight, going into a touch from La Crosse all the way down into areas by Prairie du Chien as well, coming back again with that second batch, finishing out by the sunrise time, and then another batch comes in from the north, working across Eau Claire and Ladysmith and down to La Crosse, ending it as we finish out the midnight hour going into Friday. As we go into it, rain and snow potential today, more showers tomorrow, drier conditions for Friday, but temperatures are back to seasonal averages. We bump you back up to temperatures above season average as we go up into Saturday. 66 degrees expected for our high today, with a 70-degree hit coming in for Sunday, keeping those upper 60s for Monday, carrying over with a 20% chance of rain, drier on Tuesday and Wednesday. Be safe out there. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Art. Coming up, how birth coaches are helping moms have healthier deliveries and what research shows about their impact on America's maternal health crisis.
Coming up next in the Blitz, non-conference foes doing battle on the diamond, plus some area athletes looking for fast times and good scores in Bangor and track and field action. Keep it right here.
That was funny. Yeah. That's a sick bike.
Boys.
Miss Sanderson?
See you Monday.
No way.
A John Deere 3 Series tractor lets you tackle those bigger jobs with simple, intuitive controls that put the power in your hands and quick connect solutions to swap implements quickly with ease. From rotary cutter to rotary tiller to front loader. Take on all your property's biggest challenges. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit Tractor Central, take a seat, and see for yourself why nothing runs like a Deere. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
After more than 30 years in banking, I have seen a lot of changes in the housing market and in home lending. The one thing that has not changed is my dedication to get to know you and your individual mortgage needs. There are many home loan programs out there today. We can sit down or talk over the phone to figure out what home loan program is best for you. Come see me and let's talk.
A great percentage of what we do at the Pump House Regional Art Center is impacted by tourists. When tourists come to the La Crosse region, it benefits everyone. They seek out many opportunities to experience theater, concerts, outdoor, wildlife, dining. It connects us all.
The Power of Tourism, brought to you by Explore La Crosse. It's an easy puzzle to solve. The one app your phone can't live without. Bringing you local news, sports, streaming video, and a lot more. The News 8 Now app. Get it today. Oh, and good job on the puzzle. The News 8 Plus app. Local news on your time.
Welcome to the Blitz. Finally, some sunshine and fairly nice temperatures for some spring sports yesterday. We'll head to the Diamond first for a few non-conference matchups. Let's go to West Salem. Dawson Lappick on the mound for Central. The future Winona State Warrior dealing early. After giving up a base hit, Lappick would throw 3 straight strikeouts to end the inning. He'd finish with 8 Ks in 4 innings of work. Central would lead by 1 after 4, but in the 5th, the Panthers pounce. Runner on second and Parker DeMorist. Lines went out to center field. That will score a run. Panthers tie it up. Then in the 6th, West Salem gets in a pickle. Runners tagged out, but the plan works to perfection. Luke Grube crosses the plate. The Panthers take the lead, and they will hold on to it as they win the pitcher's duel 2-1. Westby taking on Prairie du Chien in non-conference play. Devin Nedlin at the dish. Bases loaded. He smacks one out to left field. Driving in Griffin Nelson and Everett Hoven. Norseman up 5-0. Then Ben Rathel up next, makes it opposite field contact. And in comes Gavin Larson. And then an inning later, the Norsemen 1 run away from ending things early in the 5th. Bases loaded. Beckett Briggan sends one that's too hot to handle, driving in Nedland to end it early. Norsemen take this one 10-0 to keep their unbeaten start to the season alive. Down the road, Westby girls taking on Royal. Out of the gates, bases loaded. Emma Kerner sends a bouncer to third and outruns the errant throw to first base, sending both Hayden Turin and Reagan Stenslein home to go up 5-1 in the 2nd. Then Aspen Fleming at the dish with ducks on the pond. Sends a laser to the shortstop, who gathers the ball and throws just right of first base, sending Fleming to second and driving home Tatum Teague. Westby did not slow down as they get their first win of the season in 6, 12-2. Awesome track and field. Some area teams at the Bangor Early Bird event. Starting with high jump, Cooper Heggie trying to clear 6 feet. He nails it. New PR for him gives him first place as well. Girls 100-meter hurdles, Ella Stevens flying down the track. She takes first place in 15.53 seconds. Next up, the boys 110-meter hurdles. Close one here, but Westby's Zach Bjorklund crossing in first, while Logan's Chenu Tao takes second. And in the girls 100-meter dash, Bangor's Bliss Knox putting on a show, finishing in 12.44 seconds, while Onalaska's McKenna McGarry would take second. I'll do it for the Blitz. Make sure to join us tonight for a special feature story on Viroqua baseball legend Pete Swanson. We'll see you then.
One of the things that I found very helpful was with the education that Tom provided me to help me understand the role that each unit played in helping to maintain good water quality.
This is the story about a little empathy. No matter where little empathy looked, it just couldn't find its place in the world, which was sad because it had so much to give. Then one day, little empathy made a friend, and the friend took it somewhere it would always be useful and appreciated. Welcome to a place where healthcare is all about caring. Amplify Health. A little empathy changes everything.
Hey, Dominic here. We always get asked, what do you have for ground pork? With over 40 blends at our outlet store, we recommend these 4: Bavarian sausage, breakfast sausage, Italian, and pork. First, you need ground pork, preferably from a local meat shop. Mix in 2 to 3 teaspoons of Please Name per pound, make into patties, and cook thoroughly until done. All 4 of these choices will make great tasting sausage patties, and they're low in sodium. Get these seasonings and more at the outlet store. And it's time to pig out.
Get solar and get saving with Olson Solar Energy.
The biggest thing I want to get across to people, whether it's via email or voicemail or text, is we are a local Wisconsin family-owned turnkey solar company.
We have project managers that will walk you through the process, keep you informed along the way, and make sure that the communication is the best that it can be.
All the financial benefits are awesome. And then on top of that, it's green energy. How can you lose?
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. And a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers can get 2.9% financing for 72 months on this Silverado. Or get $4,350 total value. Plus, current Chevy owners can get $4,000 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
100 years. That's how long Drury's has been providing the area with quality furniture and an unmatched commitment to customer service. We're celebrating and we invite you to join us. Take advantage of amazing sale prices like Lazy Boy brand recliners starting at $399, sectionals at only $19.97, stressless recliners at only $12.97. Plus, big savings on special orders. It's happening now. Our 100th anniversary sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
When we went over the agenda and they presented options, they could do a little bit of it or all of it, and I chose to have it all done so they could address all the problems at one time, and then we would have all our issues taken care of.
Get ready for the Spring Gift and Craft Show at the Omni Center.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Welcome back. In your morning medical news, those convenience foods in your pantry might be increasing your risk of diabetes. A new study finds it's not just individual additives and ultra-processed foods causing concern. It is their combined effect. Researchers discovered certain clusters of additives commonly used together may significantly raise type 2 diabetes risk. This is particularly alarming since nearly 70% of all grocery store food in America is ultra-processed. Experts say current food safety regulations only consider additives individually, not how they might interact in the body. And drugs used for diabetes and weight loss have been shown to have other added benefits. Now that could include curbing dementia.
What we're seeing is there's this underlying mechanism of damage to blood vessels, inflammation, which is what's driving many of the chronic diseases we see, whether that's heart disease, kidney disease, damage to the brain, which can lead to stroke or dementia. So it makes sense that these medications may potentially have this effect.
In other news about these weight loss drugs, the Trump administration will reject a Biden administration proposal to expand coverage to Medicare, leaving many Americans to keep paying for them out of pocket. Maternal death rates in the U.S. continue to be one of the worst of any high-income nation as policymakers and healthcare providers seek ways to address the country's maternal mortality crisis. One potential tool to improving birth outcomes are doulas, which research shows can have a positive effect on the health of the mother and child. Michael Yoshida reports.
I just want you to start taking big, deep breaths.
Mom of 2, Caitlin Wozniak is known as the Fit Doula.
Inhaling as you come down.
The role of a doula is to enhance the experience for everyone. Somebody who is there and holds space and allows you to feel not alone.
Doulas are trained in childbirth, but they aren't medical, so they don't replace your OBGYN or midwife. Still, they can play a valuable role in a birth team.
I couldn't always advocate for myself, and so she was able to know my birth plan and know what was really important to me and keep a watch for me.
Research shows this type of support can lead to shorter labors, decreased C-section rates, improved birth satisfaction, and mental health. That's why some say doula care could be a key tool to help address the maternal health crisis in the United States. In 2022, compared to other high-income countries analyzed, the U.S. maternal death rate was more than double, sometimes even triple, according to a Commonwealth Fund report published last year. For black women in the U.S., the rate was even higher.
The families that we serve are moderate to high risk when it comes to health and social factors.
DC-based nonprofit Mamatoto Village works to improve pregnancy outcomes for black women. That includes offering doula care.
Everything that we needed to do leading up to going into the delivery room, they were there.
Support, advocates say, is one tool towards improving outcomes for all.
Having support in the birthing room has been critical to improve outcomes and the experience of the person.
And Packers fans across Wisconsin get a chance to celebrate with the team ahead of this month's draft. The Packers annual tailgate tour buses rolled out from Lambeau yesterday, making their first stop in Des Peres. This marks the 19th year for the statewide fan celebration and the final tour for team president Mark Murphy. Before departing, Murphy told reporters the upcoming draft will showcase not just Green Bay, but the entire state of Wisconsin.
I think it'll be a 3-day commercial, not just for Green Bay, for the entire state. And so many different things that are unique and special to Wisconsin. You'll see that as a part of it.
The Packers tour continues till Saturday. The bus is expected to stop in La Crosse tomorrow. Little Crescent Hoka School District announcing the 3 finalists for the superintendent position. Brandon Munson is a district administrator for North Crawford School District. Jeremy Hill is the principal for Willow Creek Elementary, and Walter Genevico is principal at Logan High. All 3 finalists will take part in the second round of interviews next week. The La Crosse Kiwanis Club recognizing 10 outstanding local high school students yesterday. Each received $750 in scholarship money, a recognition plaque, and a balloon bouquet.
I think just the sheer amount of activities I was in. I tried to stay as busy as possible just throughout freshman to senior year. Just did as many things as possible. Had a good time doing it too.
The scholarships will help support their post-high school educational or career goals. The Holman Area Community Center hosted its final spring family fun night. Children and parents enjoyed a dance party, Easter egg hunt, and cakewalk with prizes. Organizers say these activities bring families closer together.
The parents are here with their kids, interacting, getting involved in the activity with their kids, doing the craft. Sometimes the parents are in there dancing with their kids, and it's just awesome to see that.
The Community Center will kick off its Fall Fun Night series in September. The birds are singing loud and proud for spring, so it's the perfect time to join Refuge staff for a free spring bird ID walk today. That'll happen at the Bryce Prairie Conservation Association Clubhouse starting at 8 a.m. They ask that you do leave your pets at home for this one. Women in cities across the U.S. are flocking to a club that allows them to party like they did in their 20s, but doesn't keep them out until the wee hours of the morning. CBS's Danya Bacchus introduces us to the Early Birds Club, a dance party for women who value a good night's rest.
On dance floors at clubs across the country, hundreds of women appreciate the night is young with a party that's already in full swing.
There isn't a lot out there that you can do that's kind of like a nightlife thing that doesn't start at 11 or 12. Those days are gone for me, like way gone.
That led Laura Baginski and her friend Susie Lee to throw a dance party at what they consider a reasonable hour, 6 p.m.
Dinner is kind of like, okay, you had dinner and you're done, but like, wouldn't it be great if we could go out dancing and just be silly again like we were in our 20s?
And that's what's happening at these Early Birds clubs. Designed for women, trans, and non-binary people, but open to all who want to go out, let loose, and then be in bed by 11 p.m. because they have things to do in the morning. The party started in Chicago and have caught on in other cities.
I have kind of the best seat in the house.
Helene Lee is the DJ, spinning hits from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s.
This sounds like my kind of party, right? And it lines up with the people we're trying to reach. Our goal is to hit on nostalgia, and that's really what brings out and like triggers these memories.
Memories of a more carefree time.
I have 2 kids. I don't go out very late often. It is really nice.
You don't feel afraid to be the first one out, or you're just ready to go.
Ready to come as you are, forget life's responsibilities, and leave it all on the dance floor before it's too late.
Early Birds Club spreads the joy off the dance floor too. 10% of the proceeds of every party donated to a different local charity. Now we'll check in with News 8 Now meteorologist Art Jarrett. Art, we need a club that closes at like 5 p.m. That's our cutoff.
That could be working because I could fall asleep right about that time as well. In fact, you could get into it here with current temperatures right now, 30s and some 20s in your forecast. We're a little on the cool side, and we've been looking around. Not much of that rainfall that we were seeing on the radar happening right now. As you can see, Eau Claire, looking pretty good for you, 36 degrees. Dew point's about 16. Visibility's looking pretty good as well. Folks are on the roadways doing great, and the roads are dry. You take it over to Black River Falls, you still have a little, whoa, he's zooming through there. Slow it down, brother. As we get into it here, we'll go right back into your local temperatures, holding on for your day there. So looking pretty good over in Black River Falls. You're seeing conditions to go all the way from the 7 a.m. hour through sunrise. Looking at some clouds diminishing with clouds increasing by the late morning hours, getting to your afternoon where that rainfall is coming in, up to about a 70% chance now. Look at that, huh? Eau Claire, you've got a chance, 40% chance still around the 9 o'clock hour, then tapering off, but coming back again by the 1 o'clock hour. Still the possibility, still up in the air, possibly justling around as we get into it for today. Then we get the kids going to school. You've got that light rainfall potential later on in the daytime for you, about 52 degrees after you're heading on home. You're seeing La Crosse, I should say, that was La Crosse. Eau Claire, you maybe have a slight chance of that happening in the morning with snow, turning into at least a little bit of light rainfall for the day. Highs for this afternoon, mostly 50s, and we're looking at those low 50s in the forecast to you, so upper 40s in the picture as well. When I come back, we'll have a better overview. But for now, in your Buzz Report, we have a documentary on the 1982 Milwaukee Brewers. That comes out on Friday. Coming up, we'll have more on Just a Bit Outside. We get into the next break. Stick around.
Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh, quality, local meat. Stock up with our spring meat bundle, which includes drummies, ground beef, chicken, steaks, brats, ribs, and pork chops. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if Arch Supports can help you at the Good Feed store.
From the creators of bacon, Applewood smoked ham. Ham and Swiss melts, 2 for $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Pivot! Shut up! Okay, hold on. I don't think it's gonna pivot anymore.
Just like pivoting from heating to cooling season, it's a difficult adjustment. Pivot in the summer, called GNT.
Pivot! Shut up!
Called GNT. For the best heating and air conditioning, guaranteed.
It's the Great Midwest Horse Fair.
Your mom got a new tractor? Yep. Can she see in the dark? Can do. Hook up all the implements? Can do. Steer with ease? Can do. Bale hay all day? Can do. Shift like a race car? Can do. I'm out of here.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships, now including La Crosse and Richland Center.
We're an implant-focused practice. I think the advantage of a father-daughter practice is, I've been at this for 30 years now. I learned things that worked well and things that didn't work so well.
And it was fun to be able to just jump in and kind of complement that. I feel like it made both of us stronger.
You don't expect it when you walk into a dental office. You don't expect the family aspect, but when you walk into our doors, we're going to give you that.
If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
Get up to 15% off sale prices throughout the store during the spring sale at Home Furniture.
Where's the best place for local fresh quality meat? The Holman Locker and Meat Market, of course. Now's the time to order your whole or half double smoked ham, prime rib, or smoked salmon for Easter. Don't forget the wine and cheese. Holman Locker and Meat Market, and much, much more.
Spring is in the air. Here you go. Oh!
music I've ever seen in my life.
Cause you ain't seen nothing yet.
We make this show for you. It's so good. You gotta watch it every day.
Weekdays at 3 on News 8.
All right, well, good morning to you as you're heading on out. I just want to let you know, as we're looking at this radar here, looks impressive, but not a lot of that rainfall or snow is hitting the ground. Rain's still kind of working its way coming in from the Twin Cities, but we're holding on to drier conditions right now. Wednesday for the day, we're looking at temperatures. We're going to see some upper 40s to around the low 50s, so we're on the cooler side yet again of seasonal average temperatures. Rain is in the forecast, could turn to snow as well as we go through it here. I'm going to take you all the way into the 7 o'clock hour and then eventually into the noon hour. We're looking at the late morning going into your noon hour. You're looking at rain crossing the Mississippi, quickly becoming rain to snow, and a mix of rain and snow pretty much over Eau Claire as well, over La Crosse, Sparta. You've got Volkfield in there. Viroqua going into Boscobel as well with a mix of rain and snow with light to moderate rain associated with that. We take a break. Drier air kicks in. As you can see as we go through Thursday, you can see the little circulation right there. Area of low pressure from Minneapolis extends all the way out to Rochester, works its way back over our area here, slowly but surely pulling some of that rain and snow now, kind of moving from the north and pushing it on top of us. You've got Winona getting into Viroqua as well as La Crosse, getting into Black River Falls and Sparta, holding on to that all the way down into Boscobel and Prairie du Chien with some light rainfall and snow mix in the forecast. That continues to circle around again. As you can see, that circulation continuing to drop down toward the south. Brings more rain and snow back down to Viroqua as well as Prairie du Chien, and of course you see drier conditions pretty much for areas by Eau Claire as well as across areas down to La Crosse itself. You're holding on to maybe about a ½ inch of rainfall, possibly all the way down to a trace of rain. Then we get into how this all shakes up. You get into Thursday, you're looking at conditions to be upper 40s to around the middle 50s. So we're gradually warming you up, still holding on to some of that cool though. Mostly cloudy skies to near mild temperatures in the forecast with a little snow from today. We'll see possibly up to about maybe 2 to 4 inches or less in the forecast, and most of that is out of our region. You can see the rain's coming in again as we go right through the noon hour, continuing to get out of the area by the time we get to 5 o'clock. Dry conditions yet again, setting up with that wind kind of pushing a little bit more so, coming back from the east and then kind of coming back again and down again, and that's where that track is coming in as we roll right into the midnight hour, holding on to drier conditions, then becoming a little bit wet. As you can see that coming in with a mix of rain and snow over La Crosse, all the way into the AM hours for Thursday, dropping back again with a little light rainfall coming back again, and then trying to get back down to La Crosse before it peters out. We'll go into the next few days with high pressure starting to warm it up a little bit as we go right into Saturday and Sunday. That eventually gets us to the point where we could see a little bit of warmer conditions on the way, and that means we're talking 70s. Yeah, how about that though? 59 for Friday, 66 for Saturday with warmer conditions on the way, bumping up to 70 as we get into Sunday. Monday is looking at 68 degrees and cooling on down to near seasonal temperatures for Tuesday. Be safe.
In your Morning Buzz report, legendary late-night talk show host Jay Leno is pushing for a bill that would exempt classic cars from the state's smog check program. That bill, known as Leno's Law, would exempt collector vehicles 35 years and older from getting smog checks. And singer Robbie Williams revealing he's been diagnosed with scurvy. The former member of the 90s pop group Take That described first being diagnosed with depression in his 20s. Williams said he would stop eating and suspected his diet could be a contributing factor. He says changes to his diet have improved his health and made his depression more manageable.
If we want to bring the world back from the brink, we have to deal with him. Should he choose to accept?
Tom Cruise is headed to the Cannes Film Festival. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning set to premiere at the French Film Fest May 14th.
82 season. It was chaotic.
It's a blue-collar town. We were a blue-collar ball club.
Every single guy had his own way of being different.
Maybe no baseball town and team were ever better matched than Milwaukee and the 1982 Brewers. The documentary Just a Bit Outside shows how that squad of eclectic characters captured hearts. It streams on Roku beginning Friday. And before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, Beth is turning 80. She loves golf and playing pool tabs and going on road trips.
Happy birthday, Beth. If you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88, we'd love to feature them.
That's right. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button under the Home tab on our website.
Stay with us. We have everything you need to know in 5 minutes or less. Your Morning News Now is up next.
Coming up on CBS Mornings, in his first network interview since becoming Health and Human Services Secretary, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. talks with our Dr. John LaPook about his public health priorities and the deadly measles outbreak. Plus, actor Joe Keery is best known for Stranger Things, but he's also an accomplished musician known as Joe. He talked with Anthony Mason at a recent rehearsal about his latest album. And supermodel Ashley Graham will be here. She's making her Broadway debut in Chicago and will tell us how she's putting her own unique stamp on the iconic character Roxy Hart. We'll see you at 7.
Get ready for the Spring Gift and Craft Show at the Onalaska Omni Center. Shop more than 100 of the best gift and craft vendors in the area. Entry is free, but we are accepting non-perishable food donations. Don't miss the Spring Gift and Craft Show.
Welcome to Hazel and Lola's Kitchen Boutique, your new go-to for all things gourmet and kitchen chic. From artisanal cookware to unique gourmet ingredients, we've got everything to inspire your inner chef. Discover our exclusive collection of kitchen gadgets, quality knives, and delicious culinary delights. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a home cooking enthusiast, Hazel and Lola's is here to elevate your kitchen game. Hazel and Lola's, located inside Wesco and Sparta. Stop in today and tell them Peyton sent you.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we believe in making the most of what you love, making sure your money is as well spent as your time. So as you start your spring projects, we have the value you need to make them your own. Right now, Rewards members get a free $10 gift card with an $80 Estate fertilizer purchase, like Estate Crabgrass Preventer or Starter Lawn Fertilizer, $29.99. Plus, save $40 on this Champion portable generator. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Being original.
Ready to launch your career? Whether you're finishing high school or considering a career change, Chippewa Valley Technical College has the tools you need to succeed. Come join us at the CVTC Spring Open House on Tuesday, April 15th in Eau Claire and River Falls. Explore our fast, flexible programs and start working toward a higher paying career. Take a tour, engage in hands-on activities, and apply for free. Register now for a chance to win amazing prizes. cvtc.edu/spring.
Improving your home, improving your life with new entry doors. Few things in your home get the constant use of the entry door. Older entry doors are often hard to open, hard to close, drafty, cold, ugly, insecure, or all of these things, a source of daily misery. Correctly installed entry doors provide a safety and security for your family. They are easy to operate, provide comfort, and say welcome to family and friends. Call or visit the Board Store for a prompt free estimate. Get more for less today and every day. The Board Store.
Get ready for the Spring Gift and Craft Show at the Onalaska Omni Center. Shop more than 100 of the best gift and craft vendors in the area. Entry is free, but we are accepting non-perishable food donations. Don't miss the Spring Gift and Craft Show.
The Brewers are coming to the Coulee region.
To left field.
Yeah, you heard that right. All summer long, you can catch the Brewers right here and for free. No pay-per-view, no subscription, just good old reliable free TV the way the baseball gods intended it. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the action as News 8 now brings you 10 games throughout the summer.
Coming on, Frelick's there, and he makes the catch.
The Brewers playing here, you're welcome. The Milwaukee Brewers on News 8 now.
The First Warn Weather app. Download it today.
Choice. I choose every day.
Feel joy. This is joy right here.
This room is just full of love. Let me show you how we do it. I got a few ladies here that you have inspired. You did it! Don't you want to meet those heroes? Come on out here. It feels so good to just be in the presence of this joy.
Weekdays at 4 on News 8.
Welcome back at 6:52. Time for your morning news now. President Trump's global tariffs now triggering immediate retaliation. Within the last half hour, China announced 84% tariffs on all U.S. imports. This comes as Chinese goods now face a massive 104% rate entering America. The president says he's willing to negotiate with trading partners case by case. China remains our second largest, that is, import source at $440 billion a year.
This is an economic Armageddon that's coming for the U.S. consumer and the economy.
Most economists say they'll pass on some or all of that cost to the American consumer. Car buyers are racing to beat price hikes from President Trump's new tariffs. Dealerships are reporting surging sales as shoppers anticipate higher costs. The 25% tariff on imported vehicles will impact new car prices and likely drive up used car values too. While the White House aims to bring manufacturing back to America, experts warn this transition could take years.
Talking about manufacturing plants, assembly lines, they'll take money, huge amounts of investment and time. It might take 2-3 years before you can even build a plant to do the entire work in the United States.
Prices on American-made cars are also expected to increase due to the tariffs on car parts. Testimony resumes today in the Donald Dahlberg murder trial. Dahlberg is charged with killing 57-year-old Floyd Burdick. Yesterday, a detective testified about evidence found at the crime scene. Dahlberg faces multiple charges. Court proceedings will continue at 8:30 this morning. And new this morning, several UW-Madison students and alumni are being forced to leave the country immediately after having their visas terminated. The university says the Trump administration revoked visas for 13 people without warning. In response, a campus rally is planned for April 17th. And Packers fans will get a chance to celebrate with the team ahead of the draft. The Packers annual tailgate tour buses rolled out from Lambeau yesterday, making their first stop in Des Peres. This marks the 19th year for the statewide fan celebration, the final tour for the team president, Mark Murphy.
I think it'll be a 3-day commercial, not just for Green Bay, for the entire state. And so many different things that are unique and special to Wisconsin, you'll see that as a part of it.
The Packers tour continues till Saturday. The bus is expected to stop in La Crosse tomorrow. And your daily commute on US 12 could be changing if you travel through Toma. The DOT wants to know how you feel about it. You can share your thoughts at tonight's public meeting at 5 p.m. at the Toma Municipal Center. Wisconsin transportation officials are proposing converting the 4-lane highway into a 3-lane design with a center turn lane. And a quick travel alert for Trumpeldor County drivers. Expect delays in Blair today. Closures are happening on Highway 95 near South Peterson Avenue. Crews are preparing a water main between 9 and 3. Flaggers will be directing traffic during that time. And UPS is closing in Holmen. 42 people will lose their jobs, and the facility will officially close on June 10th.
All right, we have about a 30% chance of showers. I have about a 40% chance of that going in my coffee cup. We're going to hold on to more of that rain and snow potential as we go into Thursday as well. But Friday looks dry and mild. Seasonal average temperatures to boot. We'll also pick up warmer conditions going into your weekend. And, of course, limited amounts of shower activity. We're drying it out. Going into Monday, back to a 20% chance. And then we go into Tuesday with mild conditions returning as well. Wednesday, a little bit on the warmer side.
A naughty woodpecker is vandalizing cars in a Massachusetts neighborhood. He's been breaking car mirrors due to the bird's ongoing mating season. A bird expert told reporters the hummingbird is attacking itself in the mirror in an effort to scare his reflection away from other females. All right, who's trying to keep all the ladies to himself?
There you go.
Can't really blame him, can you?
Not really.
Mr. Woodpecker, okay. Thank you. Woody the Woodpecker, I know that one, Art. I finally know one of your references. Yay. Thank you for starting your morning with us. We'll see you back here at noon. Until then, enjoy your day.